the ball. Oh mama, yeah, yeah, ah, yeah, ah, yeah, ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the.
Alright guys, you're welcome to another interesting day as we bring up to speed about every event happening as far as Nuga 2022, the 26th edition of Nuga is concerned. My name is Farouk Adetola. With me this lovely windy morning I've got Ayobami as well, Abayomi as well as Olani Apampa. Together we'll be talking about the game that was just concluded some minutes ago, as well as live broadcast we are bringing to you. The match that we'll be giving to you this lovely morning is the match between University of Lagos versus Adamawa State University. It is a make or break match for Unilag as well as the counterpart, as whoever wins will automatically get into the next stage of the competition. But right about now, let's focus on what just happened before we go to the match between University of Lagos and Adamawa University. Ani, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good morning, Farouk.
Well, Abayomi, good morning. How you doing?
Oh, good morning, Farouk. I just witnessed a very interesting game here today.
All right, very interesting game we just witnessed some few minutes ago, and let's talk about the team that just ended the match right about now. We're talking about a team from Kano which lost successfully. Talking about Yusuf Maitama Sule University from Kano against Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University all the way from Bauchi. In spite of the Bauchi team having a man down, they eventually won that match 2-0, and they will be finishing in that group with 6 points. That throws them into the next round of the competition.
Yeah, that's good one for them. Coming into this game, they know that they needed a win, and that's what they got. There was a setback during the game when they went a man down, but they were not deterred. They looked even more exciting after being a man down, and of course that goal came, some few minutes after that, and they could even have added more goals to it. They lost a glorious opportunity in the second half, but then they would take this 1-0 victory because it has ensured that they make it to the knockout stage of the competition.
All right, they would take that 2-0 victory into the next stage of the competition. Now let's talk about the Unilag team. You can hear the crowd; they are cheering on the home team. Yesterday wasn't a good day for them as they lost, to Agogo State University by 1-0. That loss have thrown the group very much open. Whoever wants it the most will get it. Unilag sporting a white jersey against the opponents from what's his name? Adamawa State, sporting a black and a pink jersey. Let's talk about Unilag. According to the coach you just spoke to, he said they are bringing 1 or 2 changes in the team just to ensure that the boys are on top of the game.
Yeah, I spoke to the assistant coach of Unilag team, Coach Oluwo, a few minutes before now, and they said they're making certain changes into the selection that came in yesterday. Also, we understood that Oluwadumila will be available to play today after being stretched out with an injury yesterday. It's a do or die affair for the Unilag team today. It's victory at all costs. If they get anything other than a victory today, they might not be able to progress to the next round, and that'll be a very big disaster where you have the whole school not getting ready to play in the next round. They need to work on their final third. We couldn't say this anymore than we have. Their final third gave them away yesterday. They need to work on their final touches in their final third to progress to the next round.
All right, they need to work on their final third in order to get to the next round. Teams are already lined out right about now. In the next couple of minutes, we'll be handing you over to the live broadcast as well as the commentary train to talk about this match. But before then, Neyi, let's talk about yesterday's match. It was a disappointing one. The fans were shut up at the point in time, and the here was silent as a burial ground. Let's talk about what the boys need to do. The goalkeeper made a massive mistake yesterday, cost him. He has retained his spot. Do you think that's not going to be a gamble and keeping his spot after that howler yesterday?
No, I don't think so. Yes, fine, he made a mistake yesterday, but I don't think he should be crucified. Up until the moment he committed that howler, he's looked very decent, and he's their first choice goalkeeper. For Unilag, they know the job at hand. Nothing short of victory might spell doom for them, so they have to win this game. The group is much open. Anybody can qualify as at this very point in time. Nothing is assured, even for their opponents, Adamawa State University. Though they are down on the table, they get a victory. They have a chance of making it to the knockout stage. So they should, University of Lagos should approach this game with every sign of seriousness. The first 2 games that we've seen them play, they've not really, showed up to the billing. So I mean, they know the job at hand. They just need to go for the win and qualify outrightly at the knockout stage.
Well, they need to do the job because it's sure that we just have to stay away from victory and defeat. Then we'll be getting to the next group, next stage of the competition. As we are playing here, there's also a game going on simultaneously at Yabatek Field where Adamawa State University we're playing against Kogi State University against OOU. That's the other match. Hopefully, we'll keep our eyes on that and give you up to speed and information coming out from there. Until then, let us let you know that we are done and we are out here. And definitely, we'll be switching over to the live broadcast of the game as well. Handing over to the commentary team that's waiting for you at the commentary box. My name is Farouk Adetola.
University of Lagos Sports Center. It's a wonderful Wednesday morning in the city of Lagos. Last match of the group stage of the 26th Nigerian University Games Association. Adamawa State University Nuga versus University of Lagos. Adamawa State University are putting on black, while University of Lagos are putting on white and white with a touch of blue. Very, very important game. important game from both teams. The Unilag fans are cheering their team all the way, hoping to bounce back from yesterday's loss. My name is Unilag, and I have my colleagues here with me at the commentary box. There is Adsu, there is Nuga, and there is also Adsu. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very, very crucial game for both teams. If there is any need for them to progress into the knockout stages, this is a big determinant. Once again, you are welcome to University of Lagos, host of the 26th Nigerian University Games Association. I would like to hear from my colleagues to lend your thoughts on what we should be expecting this wonderful morning. Like they say, ladies first, but now in our situation, allow me to Adsu. It's really nice to be there, it's nice to be back. The wedding said is, this particular match for University of Lagos determines if they're going to progress into the next round. And it is a must for them. It is definitely a must for them to win so as to be able to redeem whatever thing that went down the season and Kobe State University yesterday. And it seems most people right here who are here to support are more agitated. Everyone are anxious to want to see where Unilag and got the offer is doing. It's really going to be an interesting game. Unilag are the verge of losing, and of course, Adsu, they also want to progress into the next round. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adsu. Adsu, what we are yesterday was Kobe snatching out winning from University of Lagos. What do you think exactly very wrong? Or do you think the coach has made some particular changes? Hi, speaking to our staff coach of Unilag this morning. They said they were going to make certain changes to the starting lineup that played well. In order for the people yesterday, Ibrahim gave the State University to go on a platter of gold. And I'm sure the guys have been out to the dressing room, they have made certain corrections, and they bring out the citizen stronger. They know what is at stake here. They know to do other affairs for them. For both sides, and the other one can go to them, have the opportunity to progress to the next round with a victory yesterday, and we just go from the group. AAU and the Houston Books are coming back to meet us at the other tables of the technology field. So this is an interesting one here for Unilag. It's a lead at all costs. You can see the fans, you can see the supporters, you can see that everyone is out to cheer them to victory. And it seems that destiny lies in their own hands now. Thank you very much. And of course, we'll hear from Adsu. What a game we have on our hands this wonderful morning. Like I said, the die is cut, the stage is set, and we'll get the victory. 90 minutes will decide. Yeah, of course, 90 minutes will decide. We will qualify to the knockout stage of the competition. Nothing is assured from this group. All of the 4 teams are still making play. University of Lagos knows that anything short of victory today might spell them further. Yesterday, they couldn't get a victory. They were quite afraid, even in their first game against AAU. This is another opportunity to appease the fans who have always been with them from the first day. They look very different this morning, sporting the white jersey. Hopefully, they must have done their own work before this game against Adamawa State University. And I'm expecting more for them, especially from the guys that didn't give us much. Ojeda, Nuga, Omekosho, Otoyi. These are the guys that the fans no hope to deliver the goods for them. Like I said, Adamawa State University, they are used to the bottom of the world. they still have a chance of making it through if they win today. So Unilag must be careful. They know this is a very difficult task, but it's quite achievable. Yeah, guys, I don't know what you make of the situation that is happening at the touchline from Adamawa State University Nuga. We need to ask the reason for this action of theirs. But we'll be back in a few minutes to start this game officially. After several delays, finally the game is about to get underway. It's a must-win game for both teams. The Zetibaya fans are cheering their team all the way. With the size of the supporters club to go with it. The team leads for University of Lagos. I will read that out, and Olarite Ajagun will read that of Adamawa State University Mobile. In goal, Ibrahim Kutenya. The two central defenders, Enabo Daniel and Joshua Okoye. The right back, Salami Kende. The left back, Adebambo Isiaka. The three-man midfield, Olupere George, Oluwaseun Jimila, and Augustine Oto. And the white man, Doyi Omotoso, Ojeba Ebenezer, and Salau Otoyomi. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the starting 11 for University of Lagos. Once we can lay our hands on the team list of Adamawa State, we will be reading about. Adamawa State University will be appearing from right to left, and Unilag are playing from left to right. The assistant will be one, Julius Youngman. Assistant will be two, Lukman Atolai. And the reserve referee, Chico Moka Metu. The assessor, Jabin Ekene, and the match commissioner, Professor Shabu Adewale. They are now with Unilag, Jamila. They are still in Unilag. Looking for Salah Wabayani, Doro 25 for a training to Adamawa State University. Nuga game has just started. All important game. That's the most important thing. After 23 minutes or over the time of Lucas, the two teams already came to a decision. Of course, the match has started, and it seems like University of Lagos are pressing so high. And of course, if there is one thing that I noticed before the referee actually brought the starting whistle, the two captains, the Adamawa State captain and of course the Unilag captain, they hugged each other, and of course it seems peace have actually come in between the two teams. Now on Adamawa State University, and it's going to be a free kick just after the 6-yard box. It's time for long ball looking for his man. Another by Olupere George. Clearance. There now with Adamawa on the outside right. Give away the ball. Very happy for that ball. Joshua Okoye to Ojeba Ebenezer. Ojeba on the outside right. Now on Ojeba Ebenezer. And it's a free kick. Lee in a very advantageous position. Yes, Unilag has started on the high footing, an opportunity for them to open scoring. Ojeba has looked very lively so far, and I think from all of the fire run as well, I think everything is jelly for them. Let's see where this free kick will end. It's very important for University of Lagos to get the first goal as early as possible, so that it will actually start into a long run. The keeper deals with it perfectly. Opportunity for Unilag again. The ball is taken. Oh my gosh! Area that has been dealt with by Adsu. They try to launch a counter attack down the wing of University of Lagos. The defender and captain of University of Lagos uses it very well. I mean, there is so much that sharing their players. And that was a lovely tackle there from Captain Joshua Okoye. A mistake pass. They are now with Unilag. We have not seen much. I mean, there is so much pressure coming up from the two sides. Adamawa State are not accepting the pressure coming from Unilag. And the forwards of Unilag have been so fantastic a couple of minutes into the game. home team, and everyone. That's exactly what's happening right now at the stadium. The game is so intense, and I'm looking forward to seeing something productive come out of the game. Oh my gosh, Opayemi could not get the pass across.
Alright, we can continue accordingly asking all the questions. It has been a game in the Adamawa half. It's been a game in the Adamawa half. Now it's a foul of man jersey number 6 of the Adamawa State University.
Now, basically now, there is an issue on the field now with the guy with the jersey number 6 of Adamawa on the field. And of course, the referee already extended a round of friendship. And with the look of this, these guys just really have to take it very much easy. They need to take it easy for us to enjoy the game. The intense, the whole thing is coming from the two sides. They need to calm down. This is actually the last game for the two of them to progress into the next round. Whoever wins qualifies, and that's really dangerous.
Talking of calming down, we can see the agitation just before the game began, and hopefully we hope the agitations will not be taken into this game, because if they take the agitations of their accreditation to this game, it will become a very physical game, and if it becomes physical, we tend to lack the creative mindset of the players. So for only appeal to them, we need to do that after for both teams. Both teams need a 3-point victory here to qualify to the next round.
Now let's talk about them. The number 1 goalkeeper of Adamawa has decided to change the goalkeeper, now bringing in another person. I don't understand what's going on. Was there an injury issue, or maybe the confidence is beginning to wave off? The pressure coming from the Unilag side.
I think now the officials have a lot of questions to answer, because I haven't seen it in football in a very long time. This is one thing that is very, very unique now. It's different. So many officials have so many questions to answer. We still have answers as we are here, but we know we're going to get out him as many answers to questions that we all have been asking. Adamawa United, Adamawa State University. Sends a long run into the area of University of Lagos. Opportunity for them. Voting for Unilag, 2 goals after 6 years of action live from the University of Lagos Sports Complex. The last game from Group B between University of Lagos and Adamawa State University. Remember that there's another game going on simultaneously live at the Abakite Sports Complex between Olabisi and Obadan University and Kogi State University. Opportunity for the University of Lagos.
It's kind of Salami! Oh my gosh! I thought that goal was going to enter in a straight up. Kudos to Kaiden Salami. The guy putting on jersey number 2 for Unilag. There is still an improvement in the game we last saw. I mean, the first opening of the game, it wasn't all too impressive. There was so much issue with him. He wasn't able to do his assignment well, but now, looking at what he's done right now, I feel like you're going to see another side of Kaiden Salami for the team. And that really speaks a lot. When your number 2 and your number 3 are efficient on the field of play, trust me, your game is really going to be good.
Unilag back in possession once again. Mistakes pass. Adamawa United have an opportunity to launch a counter-attack. They are moving. Second on here, the keeper pulls the things. Nothing out of a problem for him. Kujaya Ibrahim, the goalkeeper of University of Lagos, committed an hour yesterday. But been given the nod by Coach Ogushonoro. Unilag has split the liveliest of the two sides. Free kick. The atmosphere is charged. The fans are reacting to every call of the center referee.
ties with a desperate win here to qualify to the knockout stage. Kennedy Salami again. And of course, to clear the record, the goalkeeper of Adamawa wasn't changed. He has been cleared up the issue, and now he's back into the game. If there's anything worthy of note about the Unilag team, it has to be the combination of Okpayemi Salam and Very Solo Motosho. Very strong players, very offensive-minded players, and they are able to cause damage to any defense. We can only hope, Unilag team only hope both of them will come alive in this game and get it back to South Adamawa United. That's Musa, the guy on Jesse. That's a good defensive work from Joshua once again. Although danger not clearly averted. And now they will be able to get the ball out of the boxing team. Okpayemi Salah is coming from the middle. I don't talk about Okpayemi Salah. Unfortunately, he lost that one. So you can see him already going back to start to Labo back. He is a very strong player. Let's touch on the ball. Very fantastic job there. But yesterday in Unilag, we saw the left-hand side of the Unilag team completely isolated. Hopefully in today's game, they will be able to make use of their left-hand flank. And therefore, remains a very offensive-minded player. But yesterday, he totally lost it. And now, if he moves forward, the threat for the Unilag team will even become more effective. And as I speaking about this guy, I said something about Kennedy Salami. There's been a little bit of improvement since the last time he played, which was the opening game, and it was quite interesting now. And of course, you mentioned about Omotocho, combination with Okpayemi Salah. That's really strong. Omotocho is more like a positive bully. He bullies the defenders, and then with Okpayemi coming in, it's really a great form. Thank for University of Lagos. On the outside left, Salami Kennedy will take responsibility. And he can it inside the box! That's the goal! That's what a miracle! What insane! Salami Kennedy! I broke on the deadlock! What a lovely free-kick that was! The goalkeeper was left dead! The fans are giving them more! The fans are going wild! I mean, this is incredible! What a goal! That was a brilliant fantastic kick! Another statement. The crowd is rapturous. This is what they want to see. University of Lagos, their dancing is in France. And what a fantastic kick is before. The keeper couldn't have done anything better than he did. University of Lagos 1. Adamawa State University 0. Kennedy Salami going again with the ball. I mean, that was a mouth-watering goal. The goal was insane. Now the look on the faces of those, the results of the FIFA, but Kennedy Salami again. Kennedy Salami perhaps reminds me of a Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's a very fantastic player. He has the ability to kick the goal. All through yesterday, he found it hard connecting with the right person. But now it's the corner team University of Lagos. And as you all know, Kennedy Salami will be the man to also take the technology. Kennedy Salami again! Oh my gosh! Adamawa gets the opportunity to turn it into a counter attack.
And they're coming up to left wing.
Yes, Kenneth Salami tackling again.
It's how these boys roam back.
Now there is Joshua. Joshua running it. He already passed the ball down to Ibrahim.
Good defensive work from Joshua there.
Now to Rebel Charge. That is when we're beginning to see the synergy now. With the George and of course Joshua. It's running for the Adamawa people. You can see the Unilag team approach this game differently, much different from what they did here. Now it is the coach, Dr. Maxase Itali, kind of Salami to do the lead throw. Salami again, good shoot from right to left. That is aggressive. I don't know about not connect to that, and it's a throw in to the Adamawa State University.
So, Peter, what do you think Unilag should do to consolidate on this lead that they presently have?
They really need to adjust to.
Now that they are 1-0 ahead, what do you think they need to do to consolidate on this lead?
Of course, they need to just keep doing what they are doing now, absorbing the pressure from the Adamawa people. And of course, working basically on the defense line with Joshua there and the forward too. It is really insane with the combination that we have.
Yes, and quickly, a quick take of the
Adamawa guys. It's Joshua again, running it up. 91.
I really like to be careful of the threats that the number 9 of Adamawa possesses. That's in the mode of Zahara bin Musa. He's a very skillful player. I watched his last game.
Due to injury, the midfield of University of Lagos collapsed and allowed the opponent of Eastern University to really touch into the game. So far so good. He's been the chief orchestrator for University of Lagos, creating everything good for them. And while Okoye Salah is still trying to find his feet, he's been alongside Okoye Salami, the best chief performance for University of Lagos. As we see University of Lagos try to launch another attack, the exact Okoye Salami tries to bamboozle his man, but sends a wayward one into the box. Not too much of a difficulty because it's goal kick for Adamawa State University. University of Lagos still lead by goal to 0 live from the sport complex of the University of Lagos.
1-0 in favor of University of Lagos. A goal kick taken by Adamawa State University. Nuga, ball with them on the outside right. Still in possession. They blocked up the ball. Shows Unilag. We have been dispossessed. Lovely dribble there. Timely tackle from Nuga Daniel. Nuga Daniel goes for another one. Let it take player, Captain Siadimore. Will the man get it? Definitely not. And ball raised into touch for a train. For Video, Nuga. A player is now complaining to the center referee, but he's back on his feet. Jersey number 8, and we're very excited. Nuga, 1-0. Unilag still leading, but like we say, everything to play for.
Yes, absolutely. 1-0 down. It's 1 and into the next thing. I mean, that was scary to me. Now there is the assistant captain George complaining to the teammates what exactly is going on. I mean, the captain Joshua has been everywhere. The defense has been solid. And then there's going to be a free kick to be taken by the Adamawa players. It is a little bit dangerous. If these guys, oh, thank God, that one is out.
Ball now it does. Okoye can he get it? Okoye could not get it on that ball. You can see the clock on the face of the Adamawa State player who is on the bench. That was a timely tackle. Else, it would have been very dangerous. The Unilag are still holding on to a 1-0 lead. They are now with Unilag stepping into the box. And the goalkeeper calmly picks it without any problem. But they are still trailing by 1-0. On the outside right, it's been end-to-end stuff. Salami knocks it down. Ojaba Ebenezer, he has been dispossessed. Foul by Augustine, and it's a free kick. Abayani to Adamawa State University, who have considered a goal, but they are not letting their cap down. But they have a free kick in a very advantageous position. Abayani.
The free kick, it takes a quick one. And the thing we could notice is these guys are trying to shoot the ball at Ibrahim Kuchaya. Maybe because of the how they witnessed yesterday. And now with the ball at the foot in play, Adsu has taken total control of the game. Since the goal from Unilag, the boys from Adsu have still to take charge of the game. They are the ones asking the questions, they're getting the free kicks at the advantageous position, but they're not making the best use of it. Unilag simply lose the ball. Olupele just lost the ball again. They lost the ball for 3 seconds ago, they got it back, and they lost it again. They need to calm down and strategize for them to get the best of this game.
And for Unilag, free kick quickly taken there by the captain. We have to say you that since Unilag scored, they have not been able to string passes together anymore. And that has really brought out the best from Adamawa State. Yes, and University of Lagos must not lose down, must not let down their guards, because it seems the opponents are now getting into the game gradually. We saw that yesterday against Kogi State University. They started very well, but they ended the game badly. Opportunity for Adamawa State University from the corner kick. Still in the box for University of Lagos. Free kick to them. And it's looking like Adamawa State University might just be making some havoc here, because they are now showing to be the better side. So far, University of Lagos has taken their foot off the pedal, and I'm sure Coach Ogushonore will not be happy with what he's saying. Taking to Adamawa State University. They are taking it to the box. Don't reach by the goalkeeper. Fantastic save by Coach goalkeeper Peter Ibrahim. Another glorious opportunity for Adamawa State University. Corner kick to them. Yes, me. And ever since Unilag scored, the jersey number 8 for Adamawa State University, Brady Bono, has been the coaching presence for them. We saw him just take a free kick seconds earlier, which threatened the keeper. He's on the ball again, but saved that ball by Kunjaya Ibrahim. And Unilag should be very careful because Bono is someone who can cause damage to them. And ever since that goal, he's been the chief creator. They need to watch out for Bono as well as Yahaya, the top striker for Adsu. You can see from the faces of the Adamawa State University bench looking for something to happen, but they have another chance from a corner kick. That was close. You can see from the faces that they were waiting for that to happen, but unfortunately it has not happened, and the heads are dropping down. Goal kick to University of Lagos, and it seems the goalkeeper Ibrahim Kujeya is seeking for the attention of the central referee. But again, look at the bench of Adamawa State says it all, that they are down.
Yes, it's beginning to show in their plays that having that early goal concession is not really something good, even for all the teams. But then they're still trying to put up a fight against Unilag, which is quite impressive for me. But then in the substitution lines, I mean, those guys, you think that they won't play this game. They are not just in it. They are so down, which for me is not really too much of a good encouragement from them on the reserves to the players. And coming again from the Unilag players, it is obvious that the assistant captain, George, is frustrated. We can see it in the way he behaves and in the way he's been reacting. He's quite frustrated. Same thing with the coach, Dr. McPherson. The frustration is evident. Unilag really needs to get themselves together. But for me, the man who has actually been, his name has been on our list is the guy, Kaide Salami, the number 2 jersey. He's been the one. There's been quite a lot of improvement in his game, and for me, that's amazing.
The goalkeeper is about to receive attention from the medical team, and you can see the center jersey also there. The players of Adamawa State University sipping water. The weather is not too hot, but they look tired and they need water to re-energize. Ibrahim Kujoya hoping the injury is not as serious as we think. About we are not doctors, but it seems as if Ibrahim is back to continue with the game, and that is to the delight of the team and the fans.
Hopefully the injury to Ibrahim wouldn't be too much. Unilag has had to face lots of corner kicks in the last 5 minutes. They are currently struggling with sticky passes together. Now they just lost the ball again. Unfortunately for them, they were able to get that back. And Adamawa seems to be asking all the questions now. Getting corner kicks, getting free kicks in advantageous positions. And there's only much you can defend. You may not be able to defend all. So the Unilag team, they need to become more compact in their passes and in their defending. They need to avoid the free kicks close to their box 18. They need to protect their keeper at all costs. Now Ebenezer uses the ball. He finds Ibrahim Salami to the right flank. He, like he said, as one of the most exciting players to watch in this game all through. It is a one-on-one game. He gets to put the ball in the cup. And it's against the corner against Unilag. Hopefully in this corner, they will be able to subside the game a little bit and take charge of the game.
Corner kick to Unilag. Salami Kainde tried to be the captain. And it's a corner kick. Can they make something out of this corner kick? We have to wait and see. Kainde Salami sends him a long one into the box of Adamawa State University. Goal kick to them. And that header was from Nuga Daniel. Of course, yes, and I mean, it's been a topsy-turvy affair here, a ding-dong affair, and I love what I'm saying, really. Both sides don't have an excuse that to go for each other's juggler, and that's what we've seen so far, showing that everything at it, they know that everything short of victory today might just spoil dreams for them, and it's pretty exciting that University of Lagos are in control already. All they need to do is to just get that second goal, and that might just be goodbye for Adamawa State University. For you, Emmanuel, trying to Adamawa State University moving, but Unilag are finding it difficult to string passes together as compared to Adamawa State, their opponent. Unilag are finding it difficult to string passes together, and they are employing the long balls, which have not paid dividends. It's a big problem for them stringing passes as compared to their opponents. Yes, it's been a big problem, and I think I would attribute it down to the defensive partnership of the Ayarino and Brian Beno. Both guys in the middle of the park, they've made things difficult for Unilag ever since Unilag scored that goal. Adamawa State University will look to consolidate on the fact that they've picked up from where they left off immediately after that goal. Unilag need to be careful If they are not careful, they might just get hurt. But they need to be calm when they have the ball. Try to look for each other, and then they can make something happen. A 2-point taking. Omotosho sending the pass not to the desired destination. Ball now with Ojeba. Ojeba looking for Unilag. Unilag left the ball at his back. Ball still with Unilag. Opayemi. Frustration on the faces of the fans and the team. Along the foul and a 3-point taking shows they desperately want that equalizer. Nika, there's so much urgency for Adamawa State University, and it's quite understandable. They need that equalizer first.
They need it. I mean, Adamawa needs to win this for them to be able to progress into the next round. Because if they fail to secure a victory against Unilag, it means they're out of this tournament in football section, which is not all right. And also Unilag wants to win. They want to qualify. They lost their second game to Kogi State. So this is more like two people are fighting for the same thing. But now it depends on who wants it more. And Unilag has already shown us that they want it more. That's why the early goal came in.
The fans are applauding the female team of Unilag, hoping their male team can replicate them. Salami Kende, the goal scorer, is shocked about the son of the referee, but like we say, the referee is the final arbiter. Offside on the Adamawa State University player. And you can see the assistant coach, Babatunde Abibolu, pointing his hand, telling them to do what exactly has been discussed in training. That they should rather put the ball on the ground. Unilag, foul on Unilag, and he gives the referee thumbs up that he saw it. You can see the coach, the assistant, talking about guys put the ball on the ground. That's what we agreed in training and not this long ball. I'm just saying, Miguel, that you can see from the look of the coach telling them that our brief in training is to put the ball on the ground, stop this long ball, because it's not working.
Yes, long ball doesn't work for Unilag. This is going to be the 5th time I will be watching them. I've watched them a couple of times, so it doesn't work for them. When they play long balls, they tend to lose it. They don't have the willpower to jump out too much. Put the ball on the ground, let's play the game. Now, Adamawa are finding it difficult to even get the ball because Unilag have decided to put the ball on the ground.
That was a brilliant throw from the goalkeeper. Off the shot from Omotosho and Abami. Just when we spoke about putting the ball on the ground, and we had some exchange of passes. You saw what that resulted into. The goalkeeper had to go to the ground to save that ball.
And that will be the first time the goalkeeper is able to do anything since the goal for Unilag. Like we said, they are best when they put the ball on the ground. They have the creative mindset in the Ebenezer, the creative ability of Unilag, and the shooting ability and prowess of Doris Omotosho and Opemi Salam. They need to put these guys to start getting the ball to them at the right time.
Thank you very much. So now with Adamawa State, it's trying to long one, but it's a full-time effort and it's a goal kick. And Emmanuel, you are getting into the 36th minute, and Unilag still leads by a 40 to go. Just here, that's amazing picking from Salami Kende driver, but Emmanuel, one goal is not enough. You can see the fans, they are expecting more. Yes, one goal is not enough, and the fans know that clearly. And I have to give credit to them because we know that in the game of football, the 12th man is very important. And the fans have shown us today that they are the 12th man. They've been behind the team from the blast of the whistle. And right as we go into the 36 minutes, they are still behind the team. They've been singing, clapping, shouting at the top of their voices, which is very important. And it's key for us. We need that 12th support. And I think that Unilag knows that without that, they cannot do anything. And Kende Salami, though, he's been threatening from the start of the whistle. He's been one of our most important players, and he has shown time and time again that he's a threat right in that right-hand flank. Thank you very much. You can see the fans. Just not feeling it. As you can see the Nigerian Football Supporters Club, genuine support for Team Unilag. You can get to see this live on YouTube. It's UnilagonTV, brought to you by Unilag. This is from the left flank. Play the ball, but the goalkeeper has been impeded upon. Foul on the goalkeeper in his territory. And the referee goes there to seek for attention of the medical team. But we have to know that Ebenezer is back on the team. But that cannot be said of the goalkeeper. Ebenezer is still moving his time. This will be a big blow if Ebenezer is able to continue this game. We can see holding touching styles. Hopefully it's not too serious. The other one goalkeeper is also on the floor, on ground. Like we thought initially, we thought this game was going to be very physical. But both sides have put the defenses aside and have played beautiful football. Both teams putting the ball on the ground. Unilag have found a way to come back into the game in the last 5 minutes and are now taking charge of the game and asking questions when they're going to put the ball on the floor. Only one Unilag is one fantastic player that Unilag is lucky to have in this game. Ebenezer is coming up now. He seems to be able to continue in this game while the other goalkeeper is still receiving medical attention from the first aiders. The goalkeeper is receiving medical attention. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, having received medical attention, the goalkeeper for the Adamawa State University, Adamu Aminu, is back on his feet, ready to continue the game. He knows how important this game is for them. But the free kick has been taken quickly by Gopi Aya, straight out to Gary Bono, who has been a threat in the middle of the park, but he's been intercepted here by Unilag. Now the ball is to Kende Salami. He sends one long in. Oh, Omotoso fails to control that one. Salah. And of course, this is the first time that Unilag is the appropriate matches in the current and that is good again. This is the first time we're preparing the first half. The first job is done in the second half. The second job is done in the second half. And this job now is going to prepare the first half. Good again? Yeah, of course, that's some good evidence for them. I want that we really boost their confidence if they qualify for the knockout stage of the competition. And the first game against OU, they were stretched to the limit. Yesterday, the first time that they were behind in this competition, they couldn't do anything. So it's very important that they started, this all-important fixture on the right footing, which they have done, got the early goal, and now they are looking for that clear goal that will ensure probably, their smooth sail into the knockout stage of the games. Well, now, it's the rest of the ball, and I'm going to back up. That was scary, but the goalkeeper had to do the needful. But again, a player is down, and that is Enabo Daniel, the defensive forward. Enabo Daniel, you cannot afford not to have him on the field of play based on what he brings to the team.
Joshua, Daniel and Joshua combination at that backside for Unilag has been formidable. It has really been helping out Ibrahim, who is the goalkeeper, in so many ways. So now Daniel wants him to come out of the game. It's going to be dangerous, as we can see. Adamawa State University are also in the game too. They are trying as much as possible to get to the box 18. But I don't know what's wrong with their forward line. I mean, they are not so vibrant when it comes to shooting the ball into the net. Not even having a shot on target for Unilag. Let's see what's going to happen. It just seems Unilag are being dominant of the whole game, and man, for me, Adamawa really needs to do the needful when they come back in the second half.
Thank you very much, Olamide Ajagu. He sends a long one, looking for his man. Ojaba Agunusa to the goal scorer, Salami Kende on the outside. Opponent is asking for the ball. They get it. Let me take play out. Opponent is back on the field. Ball now with Adsu. Send the long one. And now go down your cross. Ball now with him. These are shake up pass to the face allow. And Ojeba. Ojeba scored the ball inside the box. Foul by Junior Motorshop. And the fans are not happy. Those are what happened. It's a free kick inside the box. Emmanuel, free kick inside the box of Adamawa State University. 13 minutes gone, going into the 45 minutes. Unilag are still leading by 1 goal to nothing. But the assurance is not there yet. Yes, of course, the assurance is not there yet. They know that they need that killer goal to kill up this tie. 1-0 is just flattening. Adamawa State University can just conjure up something, and before you know it, the equalizer can come in. And so Unilag know that they are aware of the tax in front of them. They need to be careful. They need to stop playing carelessly. I've seen them play long balls. 8 balls to go. That won't work. They need to be careful of how they play. At least they should string 2 to 3 passes in front of goal and try to make something happen. But 1-0 is the flattering scoreline, if you ask me. Emmanuel says 1-0 is the flattering scoreline. He sends a long one. Double control. He has assistant captain Olukola George to control it. You can see the assistant coach raising his hands, telling him, do the needful for me. While the training is going on. Jersey number 3 for Adamawa State. What can they control? Before the second half, the game is an opportunity that comes. What to say play on? Versus Adamawa State University. What to say get up? David Amotoso. Sends the pass looking for Opayami, but that pass has been intercepted. Another from Joshua Okoye. This is an high kick. Referee says allow the ball to be dealt. You can see the frustration on the face of the assistant coach. But as you know who is looking at this time, that the first time is almost coming to a halt, and that is 60 seconds plus some extra time if anything happens.
Yes, the frustration is getting evidence now, because Unilag are trying as much as possible to get the second goal before the end of first half. Anything might happen. You having a goal does not mean you already win the game, so they really need to just do their best. And for me, George has not really done so well in this first half of the game. I mean, this is not the same George I've seen play a couple of times. There is not so much we are seeing. Maybe when we come back into the second half, we're going to see the better side of George, and there should be an improvement too.
What a beautiful goal! Ladies and gentlemen, So Yamato Show finally takes the dog. Submits into the end of the first half. So Yamato Show silence the fans by saying, I can do it. Today, I have chosen to do it. So Yamato Show not only silence the fans of the Adamawa State University, but he has also silenced his critics. Yesterday he did not have a great game, but today he has gone back to prove why he has a spot in his starting lineup. The game has come, first time has gone to an end now, and the names on everyone's list is that beautiful goal from the Yamato Shop. That was super from the Yamato Shop, moving from one side of the ball into the back of the net, and this is what Coach Ogusemoyen, which we were expecting from him, and now going to the half with a 2-0 lead is nothing more than joyful for the University of Lagos team. Finally, before we end, to go to the two sides, with a tale of two stories. Excitement, ecstasy on the faces of the host, University of Lagos. Despair on the faces of Adamawa State University. They look downcasted, and they are saying to themselves, first half, we have considered 2 goals. But before we go to the pitch, the pitch side analysis, I just want to get a quick overview. Of course, starting from the beginning of the game, Adamawa United reserves on the field was so down. I mean, the look wasn't even encouraging before the game started, maybe because of the fight that broke out. But notwithstanding, what an absolute incredible performance from the side of Unilag. I mean, sealing 2 goals in the first half of the game means a lot, and he says a lot. I was still saying that Omotocho is actually a positive bully. He doesn't really get that much goal, but then he delivers when you need him, and that's what an absolute striker needs. Bully the defenders and then gets the goal when you need that. I mean, that goal was astonishing. It was incredible. Unilag needed the maximum 3 points, and they did what it has to be done, and that's it. It's a point. Now let's go back into the second half and let's see what goes. Thank you very much. We get 2 beautiful goals in the first half. One from Salami Kendo, the right back, and the other one from Doyo Motosa. What an absolute screamer that let the goalkeeper forget. Unilag 2, Adamawa State University no goal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the University of Lagos Sports Center, where we have got to first half commentaries. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos to come and join support our team, Professor Oluwatoyi Okudipa FAS. Vice Chancellor is here to support the team. Please make some noise.
I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are we gotta wake it. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the
Nuga 2022 games live on YouTube at UnilagonTV.
I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the we gotta wake it. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the we gotta wake it. I'm gonna raise up the bar.
spite of all the delays and also the confusion before the start of the match, Unilag are 2 goals up against their counterparts in this very, very interesting match. They got to go very early on, and they topped that up with a very, very late one in the first half of this match. My name is Farouk Adetola. We're still with you, streaming live on all platforms on YouTube or at UnilagonTV online as well as Unilag Nigeria. I've got AY, we call him AY Lee, with me this lovely morning. Let's talk about the match so far. The match started on a very, very bad note with 2 teams, going at each other before the game. But football, you have to decide inside the 45 minutes and also inside the 90 minutes. The 45 minutes is up. What are your thoughts so far?
I think the Marines were very impressive. This is their most impressive performance so far. I thought from the onset, perhaps the shenanigans before the game probably spurred them on, because I've not seen them this ruthless. They went all gun blazing from the blast of the whistle, and good thing was that they got that early goal that steadied the steady beat. I feel the Adamawa guys have not been so bad. They've not taken their chances. They've had some good chances. They've not taken. I think different between the Unilag team and the Adamawa team is the fact that Unilag have taken their chances. And the most important thing in this first half was the fact that they could get that second goal. They needed that cushion going into the second half.
Well, we needed that second goal just to steady them into the second half of this match. Exactly what we are saying. The crowd in the stadium is absolutely going crazy. It's filled to capacity, and definitely when the home team is playing, you expect all of that. The first goal was scored by Salami Kehinde, while the other goal was scored by Doyin Omotosho. Absolute cracker of a goal. Doyin has been a villain. He has been playing. A lot of people have complained about his finishing, but today he has told everybody who cares to listen that, well, I'm still the man. The coach believes so much in me. That is why I've started the first match, second match, and now the third match. It seems he might be the decider in this match.
Yeah, looking at his gameplay, he looks best for the setup of the Unilag Marines. Yeah, he might not always get his touches right, but even before the goal, he had a very good crack at goal that keeper dealt with very well. I think he has been very, very impressive. He has given the Adamawa boys something to worry about defensively. And our right back, Salami, that got the first goal, for me, has been the player of the game so far. All I can say is that I'm super impressed. I didn't think they could be this good, because, again, going into this game, they needed to win, so that to avoid any permutation. And they've handled the pressure brilliantly, and they've shown their own fans that, they are here to stay.
All right, let's talk about the home fans a bit. The home fans has been very, very impressive, and definitely that's why it's been an interesting, competition so far. Football, like they say, is the king of all sports. That is why you see the fans always, coming up to see whatever is happening on the field of play. Well, so far so good for University of Lagos team. They call them the Marines, and they are absolutely swimming and coasting home with 2 goals to nothing. Football is a game of 90 minutes. That's about how it is in the first half. We'll come back in the second half to give you all the degrees you have to know about the second half. But hopefully, we'll see exactly what will happen in the second half. Perhaps the boys from Adamawa can stage a remarkable comeback in this match. If they hope to qualify for the next round, they need to do things differently from the way they did it in the first half. We'll be back, myself and Ayomide AY Lee, back for more analysis in the second half.
We gotta wake it. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the. We gotta wake it. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the.
Alright guys, and welcome back to the main bowl of the glorious field of the University of Lagos. Well, it needs no introduction. I'm standing, and I don't even know how I'm feeling right about now. This is the #1 citizen of University of Lagos, and the Vice Chancellor himself, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, also in the stands, watching his boys dominating against the boys from Adamawa State University. So far, so good, sir. How are you impressed about your boys?
Well, I'm impressed about my boys for the way they are playing. Is getting better. Unlike the first match, can see that today is getting better, and I'm sure that they are going to qualify for the knockout round, and I'm very sure that they will do well and get to the finals.
It seems that the boys responded to seeing you on the field, because at the first match you were not here, probably you were in other centers. Yeah. Second match as well, you were not here. But seeing you physically here, it seems that spawned the boys on. Hopefully you'll be here for their next game as well, sir.
Definitely, I have to move around. I'm just coming from the National Stadium. Teslim Balogun Stadium, Yaba Tech, where they are having football match. So I need to move around, and that was why I was not here during the first half and for the girls, the female football match. But I want to assure you that I will definitely attend the subsequent matches. I have to be all around the place. The swimming, the table tennis, and all those places I have to be there. So I will want to thank God for this arrangement. Everything is going on well. You can say that this is not the standard what they have in the past. This is what we call the national sports festival standard. It has even gone beyond that because Unilag is known for the best, and that's why we're putting in everything possible to make sure that we have a seamless competition with 0% error in terms of referee, in terms of officiating. So I want to thank the Unilag Television for this wonderful work that we are doing.
All right, so you've heard it from the Osh's mouth saying that this competition is going on seamlessly and absolutely with zero error. That's how far we can go with the Vice Chancellor of University of Lagos. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
All right, it is still Farouk Adetola and I'm with you, giving you all of the live feeds as far as the game is concerned. You just saw the VC of University of Lagos. We'll be going for the match proper again as we are going to the second half now, and we'll be back with the final analysis after the full match. Thank you very much for staying with us. We're still streaming live online on UnilagonTV online. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Step into the moment. Brace yourself. Gear up. The 26th edition of Nuga Games is here.
We gotta wake it. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the. We gotta wake it.
We are back to the second half of this entertaining encounter, and you can see from the reaction of the students of the University of Lagos that they love their Vice Chancellor so much. All of them want their Vice Chancellor to sit on their feet. But now it's Isiaka Adebambo, Augustino Pro. He said the telegraphic pass looking for the man, they get him. Salah Wakoyomi, Isiaka Adebambo, score the ball, score the ball! He gives away the ball, Augustine. And opportunity back up. And that was coolly, calmly caught by the goalkeeper. Isiaka Adebambo, the left fullback. Ojeba Ebenezer. Ojeba has been fouled. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined us, you have not missed much. Except for the two executive goals that were scored in the 11th and 46th minutes. Sadami Kendo from the free kick. And Bowie Amatosha, what an absolute screamer to silence everyone, but more importantly his critics. Owapala George, Ojeba, Nika, 7 up, has busted into life. What a game we have. Everything still to be played for.
Yes, second half is back again, and also with the effect of Mr. Vice Chancellor at the stadium right now, it's also another way to boost the whole energy, and with what the reaction from the fans, the supporters face it all. Of course, he has went ahead to change out the players too, which means a lot. Now the second half, it also shows that Unilag, they are not also relaxing. But then, I'm looking forward to see the fight Adamawa can actually pull off.
Clarence, the motor shot. Sends an outside of the foot pass to Salami Kende, the goal scorer. It gives us 2 goal scorers. Salami trying to put it in. Danger not be averted. The ball rolls into territory, thrown to Adamawa State University. About it, 7 half just started. Some 5 minutes into the second half. Second half just started, but for the Unilag boys, it's like a continuation of the first half. They haven't left any stone unturned. They've busted out onto the scene early on in the second half. You can see some shots on the Adamawa State University, not particularly excited because they are 2 goals behind. As Unilag boys are not resting on their oars, they are asking questions and speaking for more goals in the second half. Inside the pass. Enago Daniel. The substitution is about to come on. The working group foul for Adamawa State University, who are trailing by 2 goals to nothing. Free kick just some meters after the center circle. And the captain has decided to take responsibility by himself. Control inside the box. Danger now averted. But that kick was not desirous from the player, Ocheba Ebenezer. Ocheba Ebenezer has also switched flanks. You can see him operating more on the left-hand flank now. Or like in the first half when he operated from the right-hand side of the flank. It's a tactical change by Coach Obisemora. It's a strategic one. We are here to see, but we're already seeing touches and flashes of his brilliance early on in the second half. He's a very fantastic player regardless, and we know his abilities and what he brings to the table. The fans are ecstatic. You can see them in their traditional attire and showcase. With the bead around his neck, they are very, very excited. Eating, drinking, dancing. They are chilling. The fans are chilling. The ladies are busy turning the drinks. I want to way to have these people around. The Nigeria Football Supporters Club. Everywhere they go, they give you that rendition that gives you so much good impulse, that spurs you on to do greater things on the field of play. Isiaka Adebambo. Ocheba Ebenezer tries to dribble, but the ball is out of play, and you can see the assistant coach, Babatino Luo, telling them, giving them instruction, this is not what we agreed upon. We have not seen much of Opayami, foul of Ocheba, and definitely that man will get a yellow card, and he goes into the back boots of the referee. Emmanuel, that was a rash challenge that is desirous, that is deserving of a yellow card. Yes, Anissa Joe with the challenge bill for the Adamawa State University. It was a rough challenge of Ocheba Ebenezer. And I have to say that Adamawa needs to be very careful now. They are living very carelessly. They are living very carelessly. And I thought there's a change now from the Adamawa State University. Jersey number 7 is Sailing Ishaku. Is coming on for jersey number 17. He's coming on for jersey number 8. Abdullahi Dono. Abdullahi Dono, who has been very dangerous in the first half, since the start of the second half, is required and so he's been taken off by the coach for Sailing Ishaku. I guess the coach is looking to at least try to mount a comeback in this game. But if you ask me, I think it's impossible for Adamawa to mount a comeback now because Unilag has been on the ascendancy ever since the start of the second half. And you can see the captain, Joshua Koro. And he's getting a warning from the center office. Nuga Daniel, control by but an opponent's hand. Ojoba Ebenezer, Isaka Adebando, Augustine Poole. Clarence, she fighting for the ball with the captain, and the captain says the technical pass. An opportunity. Can they make this count? Show to Miller. Ojoba Ebenezer tried to control that ball, but couldn't. Captain of Adamawa State University. Now on the goalkeeper, Ibrahim Kutoya. And you can see on the look of Joshua Okono talking to his other central defender, and now go down here, that guys is now really here. See the face of the coach of Adamawa State University. Certainly not an happy man. And he would have expected more from his voice. At this point, you expect the Adamawa State University boys to throw in all they have now. They have nothing to lose. They currently sit last in the group with just 1 point. And now they are 2 games behind. In their last game, their last group stage game. They have nothing to lose. Now they have to play all out. And that Unilag team has to be very careful and be ready to get anything thrown at them. Dramatic from the goalkeeper. Ibrahim Kutoya. Shot one taken. Joshua Okono to his goalkeeper. But that was a bit dangerous. They were not also control of the ball. Oluwaseun to Miller. Tried to look for his man but couldn't. He has the Miller to contend with. The captain is telling them to calm down, little. It seems as if they are in 6s and 7s, seem uncoordinated, and the captain is telling them calm down. We said it before that the moment Unilag team start playing AI ball, they lose coordination, and that causes and that makes the opposition team have a nice over them, and that's exactly what we've actually saw in the last couple of minutes. Now, maybe the referee is trying to have a conversation with the captain, Joshua, and also with the goalkeeper, Ibrahim. The necessary don't know what is happening. The goalkeeper is down once again. Ladies and gentlemen, last game for Group B of the 26th Nigeria University Games. And you can see among the vociferous fans, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogunnipa FAS, enjoying every moment. The fans are ecstatic. The fans are in cloud nine. The fans are joyous. And this little is a sharp contrast to what happened yesterday when Prince Audu, Abubakar University Kogi State, silenced the fans. But the fans today are in a jealous mood. Yes, give it to Unilag fans. They've been incredible. I mean, to me, in this whole entire competition, they are the best fans. They've been from the moment that the referee plays the whistle, the fans are always so supportive. And that's the most important thing. And look at it now, the fans are also still cheering up, even when the game is still on hold. It shows how much these fans love the players. It shows how much the fans just want the best for the team. And that for me is really another advantage, because when you are at the field and you are playing and your fans are just behind you, just so supporting, trust me, it is one added advantage for you. And of course, Prince is about to come up, which is also one of the reasons the fans are so happy to see Prince play. And you can see the referee having a conversation with goalkeeper Ibrahim Kujaya. And it seems the medical team are also saying Ibrahim is good to go. But I'm sure, Emmanuel, that this will definitely not sit well with Adamawa State University Nuga, because they are desperate to get a goal and equalizer if possible. But this will definitely not go down well with them. Yes, it will definitely not go down, and we can see from the technical area that they were demonstrating with the referee for a long time. They seem to be complaining to the referee that the goalkeeper, that's the person of Kujaya Ibrahim, is presently wasting time. But Unilag don't have that, and as it stands now, there is a substitution for the University of Lagos. Otemba Ebenezer is out, while Physical Kadasi, Prince is coming on to Ebenezer. Otemba Ebenezer was the man who created the first goal for Unilag against Olabisi Onabanjo. And in comes Prince into Kadasi. And you can see the fans very excited. The Nigerian Football Supporters Club also are giving out that melodious music to go along with it. On the outside right, and this will definitely be a corner kick. About the corner kick to Unilag. It's going to be the first corner kick for Unilag in the second half. And coming up to the bench is Prince. Prince is an exciting player, a pushing press, very skillful on the ball, very tricky and crafty. Hopefully he has some minutes to play this game, and I'll be able to have another go to the varsity team. Carlos Salami puts the ball in the box. And we still a big chance for the rest of Lagos for the Adsu University guys. They clear the ball out of danger, and we now look to turn the defense to offense. But now still done. They need a reaction. Prince was down, but referee says it's a throw to Adamawa State University. They are playing from left to right, and they are trailing by 2-0. Courtesy of the goals that was scored in the first half. Nice from Prince. Getting the ball off that player. And it's a free kick. Captain Joshua Okoro. Sends a long run. Looking for Obarami. Going to Adamawa State University. And I have to say that we know the performance and the qualities of Salah Obarami, but he's had a subdued game today. Yes, having to pair it up with Donny Amatosho, it's actually helped out with the team, because it seems Donny has been the only person getting the balls. But then, some of the little passes
chances that Opeyemi has been given to the team to has been it's actually noticeable, but then he's not getting the ball. Like we know him, he has always been somebody who is at the front. But Opeyemi has not really been getting the ball. Should I say he's not too much into the game. And it was obvious that during the time that the game was ahead, he was quite frustrated because the whole thing is not going his way. But then the only thing I'm just going to say is it doesn't really matter how it goes. Unilag has 2 goals ahead, so they should just work together as a team and get the winning goal today, get the maximum 3 points, and progress into the next round. Let's see how things go with that.
Ball has moved into touch for a goal kick to University of Lagos, and goalkeeper Ibrahim Kujari accepts the ball. He sends a long one, Okoye Joshua. ABC, another opportunity. Another opportunity. Oh, wonderful clearance. That would have been the third goal. You didn't expect a motor shot to be from that close, but then that's good defensive work from the Adamawa State to the 20 boys. Very fantastic. Opeyemi had the chance to have the rebound. He played it straight to the post, and the defender cleared it out for a corner kick. Like we've been saying, when you make errors like that, you cannot afford to make errors like that. When you have strikers like Omotoso, strikers like Opeyemi, because they are bullish in nature, they are very fast, they are very strong, and they punish your defense if you keep making such mistakes. The fans are ecstatic. The fans are happy. The fans are in jubilant mood, and it's a corner kick. And then and that would not be a goal kick to Adamawa State University. From the long one, Isaka Adebango, Jimmy Van, the captain, but gives a 10 shot. Captain Musa Abdul Razak, after all the skills, after all the trickery, the final ball was ball. Lovely display of skill there from Adamawa State University. They are still down by 2 goals to nothing. Foul, and it's a free kick to Adamawa State University. Clearance. Free kick, you can see from the bench, this is a frustrating look. You expect a team to go down to do much more. You expect fast substitutions, guys to change the game because all the guys are actually tired, and that's what coach is trying to do now. To bring in some fresh legs for the Adamawa State University to try and find a resurgence in this game. But this another sprint is playing for his best. And he kicks it wide. When you put the ball on the ground, you create chances, you have creative layers, you can give it the final pass. And this space was what was put to his ground. Very interesting player to watch. You expect to put the ball behind the net step. But fortunately, the ball went wide. Naked. That's a good opportunity for Prince Isika Basu, the substitute to register his name in this tournament as one of the goal scorers. But his face was electrifying. The touch was good, but the final ball was very poor. Yes, he was. The goalkeeper already came out to actually get the ball, and there was a defender trailing behind Prince.
So it was not like he already had 2 attackers, and then unfortunately he took the ball. He even tried to pin the ball because some people will never do that. And the ball was just a narrow piece. He can still do better, he can still do more. They're trying to actually get the ball into the net.
Ishaku Martin is going out, and in comes Wires Purpose. Ishaku is out, jersey number 13, and number 19, Wires Purpose. Ishaku Adebambo. Please, Isika Abasi. Dumila to Salami Kaido, the man who scored the first goal on the outside right. Doing the man who scored the second goal. Was trying to locate places about it, but that pass was intercepted at some point in time. Olufella George. Good block, Salami Kaido. Good work, exchange of passing. And about I know the tactics of the Unilag coach. He likes to put the ball on the ground, but that is not happening. The players are not putting the ball on the ground, and I'm not sure the coaches are excited about that. That the long balls will not do us any good. Just put the ball on the ground. We can attest to the fact that every good string of passes we've seen in this game has led to fantastic chances created, has led to goals. You can see the brilliance of Unilag in the midfield when the ball is only on the ground. He's a creative guy that can use the ball on the ground. He does not have the area prowess, so I put the ball on the air. No person does not have the air, not put the ball on the air for them. They are guys that can cause damage to any defense. Put the ball on the ground for them, and they'll give you the goals. And that is what has happened this game. They've created chances as well. And really, you have to talk about the spirit of sportsmanship that has existed between the players. Toyi Omotasha, who scored that second goal, he has received treatment from Coach Yaya, jersey number 5 from Adamawa before the medical team came on. You have to say that was quite commendable, spirit of sportsmanship. Yes, you have to give the credit to both sides for that. In as much as Adamawa United, Adamawa State University are correcting using, they are not using their heads. They are showing all of, the good sportsmanship to their opponents, and that's what we've been preaching. The Nuga games is not all about winning, it's about the friendship that will be built from this point on. And you have to give credit to both sides. It's a clear departure from yesterday's game where the Kogi State University players were all about the antics. But University of Lagos are even leading, they are not showing any of the antics. They are trying to go for a third goal, and interestingly, they could have been out of sight, maybe the third or fourth goal, if they are taking their chances so far. But they look comfortable at this very point in time, and that's what we've been saying all along. Just some minutes on Unilag on TV, where this game is streamed live. We saw the coach and one of the officials having a tete-a-tete. What exactly were they saying? I cannot decipher from this position, but it should be. Maybe the assistant is trying to tell the coach to make some particular changes. We thought Adamawa will come up with a fight in the second half. And that's not even happening. And that was a bit rash from Yaya Haruna. And the referee is telling him to and Popo effectively is calm down. That was harsh. That was harsh. It was intentional. Free kick from Captain Joshua Okoro. Please, Isika Basu, the man who missed a glorious chance some minutes ago to make it 3. And the player is down at the top.
Unilag was also on the floor yesterday. As a matter of fact, he was stretched up the field yesterday. So when he goes to the floor, you can see he's scared because of the face of the coaches. Nobody wants Unilag to get injured in the course of the tournament. Because he's a really fantastic player, I must commend.
But now with Adama State University sending it back, looking for his captain, Musa Abdulrazak. Yamik Skila, Duro, and opportunity there comes. Good defensive work for Kendo Salami. Good defensive work for them. Was able to recover in time to clear the ball away from danger. And you can see them shouting at one another that guys, it's not over yet. It's not time to start celebrating. Not until the final whistle is blown. You can't afford to be complacent.
4 minutes into the game. 74 minutes means a lot. There is still so much minutes left here that anything can happen. So they need to shout, they have to scream if they can. They need to do that. They need to keep their Jamala people out of the box 18 if they really want to win this game.
Corner kick. A good one taking there.
If there's anything I also comment today, you must commend the resilience of the defense of the University of Lagos. They have faced nothing less than 10 corners in the course of this game, and they've managed to come away from each of those corners, not conceding any goal. And another thing is, yesterday after the loss, you should have seen the way the players are taking to themselves. You can see the unity in the team and the fact that they really want to win this for the University of Lagos.
Definitely. Praise with his electrifying pace. Foul on pace. Substitution is about to be made. And you can see the referee telling the coach of Adama State University to please calm down. And I coach the coach corner. They have been exceptional in this game. You can see the fans cheering him on, clamoring for it because he has been exceptional in the game. That goal will contend for the goal of the tournament. I'm very sure of that. Well, we wait to see what happens at the end of the day, but that was a brilliant goal that was scored. And the goalkeeper had no chance. An opportunity that comes on the outside right. Takes a shot. Clearance. But now still that Adama State. They are looking for a way out. Asking Unilag the questions. And Unilag responding very well. You can see the face of the coach. Salah Watari tries to do a stylish one, but definitely not.
You can see the team marching together as a unit, trying to recover the ball as soon as they can. But they don't want the Adama State University boys to settle into the game about what they've done all through the second half, and it is working so far for them. That is showing the extremely creative guy, and this is sprint to the Disney place. He has his man on, he was unable to beat his man. But now they're trying to take charge of the game, calm the game, and buy the time to the end of the game.
And you can see the frustration on the face of the assistant coach. But as you know, in frustration, he had to take out his cap, and that's to show you that he was not contented with what things do.
Yes, you have to do that. I mean, the more you shout at these players or the more you tell them what to do, the more they know that the clock is ticking away. I said it earlier that anything can happen. Now Joshua is on the ground again, the captain for Unilag team. This guy has been incredible, and the referee is telling him, do you want to go out of the pitch or you just want to stay? But then, this actually shows the sportsmanship in him. From the beginning of the game, this guy has actually put in everything.
Ball now is Unilag. Okay. Ball now is Opari. What a video. He's trying to make it here. Another duty. What a lovely block. Oh my word. Opari. Isaka Ademando. They try to do a 1-2. Nice off the face. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still 2 goals to nothing. In favor of the University of Lagos, the host of the 26th Nigerian University Games Association. And there is no bigger motivation that you want apart from the fans drumming support for you. There is no bigger motivation than having your vice chancellor, the number one season, coming to the field to watch your game. What you do is what we call abdominal. We die here today. Not just someone who is there to motivate. I mean someone who is so happy, and you can see the proud look on his face of what the guys have done. I mean, I saw him during the halftime, and he kind of showed on him that yes, I'm proud of these guys. He's sitting right here and he's watching these guys play. That's the greatest motivation of all. It's a free kick. I mean, Shehu has defied a lot. In this game, Shehu happens to be the most fast player, if I can say. It seems like the whole attack is on him. The whole attack for these guys are just on him. But then, he has shown the sportsmanship. He has shown he knows what he's doing. That's why he's attacked. Yeah. The keeps playing. That's why he's diminutive, but very, very intelligent. And the fans are hoping that this free kick will lead to the third goal. I cannot return for the first. For the second half, he's here to produce every goal. For the first time we saw an exclusive free kick from Salami Kende. Now we have Joshua Okoye and Salami Kende. That was a strange kick from Captain Joshua. And you can see the look on the bench of Adamawa State University. It's a simple illustration of people who are sad. That's an offside goal. Yes. I'm sure without any further ado, we can say the University of Lagos Marines has been the better side of the two teams from start to the game, and now they also have the need to support that notion. Earlier, we were making mention of Oluwaseun. We saw how the team collapsed yesterday after he went out. He showed you his importance to the team. He showed you his vitality he brings to the team. Very creative player, very skillful, and has the ability to use his craftiness to put your opponents in trouble. Free kick to Adamawa State University. Just like yesterday, they lost by 2 goals to nothing to Olabisi Onabanjo University. Who coincidentally also lost to University of Lagos in their opening game by a solitary goal. And you have to say, Victor, that the goals of Unilag has been spread around from Salah Ramayani to Salami Kende, to Omotasha. The goal has been spread around. Yes, sir, it seems Unilag are beginning to display the height of Manchester City. There is no foreman. You score the ball, you get the ball, you score it, you get the ball, you score it, you get the ball, you score it. And that's really, really important. Which is also why we can see today that it seems Okoyemi is struggling a little bit. Because Tony, you be the first line, and then having to be the front line can be quite difficult too. Therefore, Unilag, there is no much attention on a particular player. If you think today you want to focus on Salami Kende, tomorrow, just in that game, there will be a player that will come for you. So you cannot even say you want to attack a particular person. Play the game and let's get the ball. And that's exactly what Unilag have been doing. There is a stoppage in the game. And we don't know what is happening. Seems as if Olúbẹ̀rẹ̀ George assistant captain is out. Ani, from the look of the players of Adamawa State University, they look very upset, but it's quite understandable. Yes, they are really upset with the way this game has panned out for them. And they came into this picture with arrows, trying to condemn University of Lagos to a defeat. But, I mean, they've met a better University of Lagos than University of Lagos team that they played against OOU and Kogi State University yesterday. Much better performance from them, and I don't think Adamawa State University will pull that down if at the end of the day they eventually lose because they've lost to the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, back to the field of play. Isiaka Adebambo principal, looking for his man, Obarame, and the referee says, get up. Throwing to the University of Lagos. Later, except the miracle happens, this looks like it's good night. Yes, I mean 86 minutes already, 4 minutes more, there may be a few extra added time. It seems Unilag are living with this winning. And they're going deep. They played from the 0 minutes down to this 86 minutes. They've actually shown the resilient side that they really want to go to the next round of the football part. And so they've actually ended, so let them go for it. Once the referee blows to find out, because with the look of things from Adamawa, they've been getting the toss, but the forward lines, I don't know what they are doing. I don't know to Liverpool. I must say that look at the face of the coach, the assistant coach of Unilag. Babatino is very disappointed with the final touch of Prince Lee. For all what Prince does with his electrifying pace and his trickery, the final ball, which is the most important part, is questionable. Of course, I mean, he brings the whole world to the table in terms of his offensiveness, but when he gets to the box where you expect him to give the final pass, that's where the problem is for Prince. I mean, he's just like a player like Adama Traore, brings a lot of energy, but his final ball is always the suspect, and that's one aspect he needs to really improve on. And I mean, you can see the reaction of the assistant manager. He expected more from him. He's coming and he's been lively so far, but I mean, when it's very important for him to create that final pass, his final pass lets him down most of the time. And it's a free kick. Ladies and gentlemen, free kick to Adamawa State University Nuga, and they are trailing by 2 goals to nothing. He's settled inside the box. Danger not completely averted. Offside positioning. Lee from the live feed at Yaba College of Technology, where these games are going on simultaneously. Olabisi Onabanjo University are trailing by 3 goals to nothing to Prince Audu Abubakar University. Of course, and that's a shocking result because, I mean, this was the same Olabisi Onabanjo University that beat Adsu yesterday by 2 goals to 0, and they are losing by 3 goals to 0. I mean, as the other said, oh, what an opportunity for University of Lagos. That could have been the 3rd goal. And once again, that they lost a glorious opportunity. Glorious opportunity. They've lost several today. You've seen 4 or 5 clear chances that University of Lagos could have converted. But it seems that's one area, that's one great area of their game in this tournament so far. So we're talking about Kogi State University. They put all to sorry. If it ends this way, they will finish first on the log. They defeated University of Lagos yesterday by a goal to 0, and they followed us up with another convincing win over Olabisi Onabanjo University and the Yaba Sport Complex. 7 points they have so far. University of Lagos to qualify second with 6 points, and both Adsu and OU are out of the tournament. Another substitution is about to be made. Director Adebute will be coming on for Owubela George. And about the also that the few minutes that Prince came on, he would have easily scored an hat-trick. Without an iota and doubt, if you remember, that is one area of the concern about, which is the final third. He has the distance space, he has the positioning, he has the skill and the craftiness to get the right position at the right time, but his finishing has been in doubt. And today again, he has failed to finish all the great chances he had. Ladies and gentlemen, we are winding down, and the fans will definitely have a sigh of relief later from what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a bad day in office, but I'm sure that tonight is going to be a good night. Let me quickly say this is the best game of University of Lagos I've watched ever. I mean, the substitutions are so correct, they were on point, they changed the game. Yesterday, Unilag lost to Kogi, and so in fact, many people were not happy. And today now, 2 goals, they're already progressing to the next round. And you can see at the last minute, the Adana State University coach is talking to his players. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but who knows? And that's just a sign of somebody who is disappointed, somebody who is frustrated by the performance. The question is, how do you explain about playing out a draw in the first game and then going ahead to lose the next 2 games? It will come as a greater shock when you realize because you lost in the first game, and the Rose who eventually comes to you. Another speech again, he's finding his way to the box. Another wasted opportunity by Prince. He has to press and position it to get to the right places, but he finds it out connecting in the final third. And that was a wasted chance by him. Now he had the opportunity to assert himself in the first of the goal, try his chance. A sport in the first half. I mean, we talk about Apoyemi Salah who came off the bench in the first game, and since then he's in the starting lineup. This is another opportunity for Prince to justify his inclusion in the team of the University of Lagos for him. And you can see the look on the Nuga Daniel says that I got the ball, I was brought down, but the referee says I didn't see anything wrong in that. Jumila, the man who picks all the puppets, I told you who chose all the defensive thinking passes. The man who orchestrates all the midfield. the most interesting player in the entire University of Lagos team without a doubt. Kudos to the likes of Joshua Okorie, to Kende Salami, to the left of Tori Omotosho, to Okoye Salah. But that man right there, Oluwatibila, is the most exciting player I've seen in the course of this tournament. And the referee has scored for a dive. The referee has scored for a dive. And Okoye Salah has been issued the very first yellow card for the University of Lagos team in this match against Adamawa State University. He knew himself is guilty of that. You can see him laughing and also trying to touch the referee. So that's settled. No, there's nothing you want to do in such situation. You can't fight the referee. He's the one in charge. And so there are some periods where you just have to laugh it out and allow the game to go. Another substitution, jersey number 16 is out. And in comes jersey number 13. 13 out, Sulaiman Baba, and Stephen Maxwell comes in. The fans are ready telling them to go. An opportunity, can they get to go? No, don't know. Lovely turning. An opportunity. That was brilliant. Another chance for University of Lagos to complete this route. I mean, for the opening time, they lost another opportunity. And that's what we've seen largely in this game. They've created all of the chances, they've played the best football, but that final edge, look at that. Another wasted opportunity, and by the goal scorer of the first goal, Antonio Salami, he's been fantastic in this game. Got the opener, and he's been lively. He could have gotten his goals in this game if he had taken that shot very well. But they will take it. He's been a convincing performance for University of Lagos, better than what we saw against OU and Kogi State University. Keep on. Let me start asking you guys about your man of the match. It's the end of the game. Unilag has won the race. You can see win, in this game to advance to the next round. Finishing the second in the group chat. A very fantastic game. Just like this said, the most exciting lag has been in the 3 games they played in this tournament. Congratulations to the entire coaching crew for making it to the next round of the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good day for University of Lagos. Their female team destroyed Federal University of Technology winner by 7 goals to nothing, and the boys defeated their opponents by 2 goals to nothing. It's been a good day for University of Lagos. Nuga, who would you pick as your man of the match? For me, I will go for Kende Salami. I mean, he did the opening goal. The goal was fantastic. One of the best goals actually seen in this entire competition. Then again, he was in all of the games. He was at the backside to the defense, down to the midfield, to the flanks, and to the forward. I will keep my man of the match to Kende Salami. It's worth it. Allow me, one will be a man of the match. I don't see probably what Rami just said. I don't want to get a stupid word today, but a particular man stood out. He created virtually almost all the chances, and it's not other than Oluwatibila. If you see number of chances he created in the second half, created fantastic chances. If those guys had converted his chances, he would have about 3 or 4 assists in this game. So for me, it should be Oluwatibila. Oladi Atamba, how would you describe as your man of the match? Of course, Sheo stood out. Yes, Omotojo and Kende Salami got the goals, but if not for the brilliance of Sheo in the middle of the park, all of these rules have happened. We saw it yesterday against Kogi when he was no took out due to injury. That midfield collapse. He entertained me and he dictated the pace. He had no troubles all through the game, and of course, out of the questions that he asked, the Adamawa State University players didn't have any answer to any of that. Great for the University of Lagos, making it through to the knockout stage of the Nuga games. And guys, before I let you go, the vice chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Oluwatoyin Tobitayo Ogunito, is on the field with the two teams. And guys, like I said, it's been a good day for both the men and the senior team. The senior team in their final group game destroyed their opponents, Federal University of Technology in Mina, by 7 goals to nothing. And the boys won by 2 goals to nothing, making the knockout games exciting. It's not enough that they scored. It must take on the side of the fact that both teams also kept the clean sheet. We expect the time to be other lots of pressure for today's game after the highlight committed yesterday. It will restore his confidence to know that he kept a clean sheet today. And quickly, let me also make mention that this is one of the things that I've seen that love sport so much. I've been to different schools. I've seen so many vice chancellors. I must commend the vice chancellor of the University of Lagos for his love and passion for sports. And his students, in the way he unites the students, the way he relates to the students, you can see everybody going with him celebrating here. And you can also see the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Oluwatoyin also, showing support to the team. And I must say that I really have to commend the Nigerian Football Supporters Club for a fantastic job that they have done. They added so much color. They added so much to this game, and one of the reasons that the team went ahead to win was this wonderful music. Ladies and gentlemen, from the commentary position, where we have brought you the live game and the last match for University of Lagos against Adamawa State University Nuga. It has been thank you to Olamide Ajabu, thank you to Abayomi Ajeroni, thank you to Olami Yapamba, and of course, my humble self, Oluwaseun Ajidagba. Thank you very much. It's a wrap, and we'll be back for the quarterfinal games by the special grace of God.
All right, you're welcome back. It is full time here at the main bowl of the Sports Center at University of Lagos. It happened and it handed University of Lagos 2. The other school, talking about the team Unilag faced 2-0. That match ended 2-0 in favor of University of Lagos, and I've got the further analysis as far as that match is concerned. Other centers, we can confirm to you that Kogi State University defeated their opponent by 3-0, eventually topping the table with 7 points, like finishing with 6 points. Adamawa State University finished with 3 points, while the other team finished with just a point in that group. Are you satisfied with the performance of University of Lagos?
Of course, I'm satisfied. Better performance from the game against OU at Kogi State University. I was very critical of the way they played yesterday against Kogi State, very lethargic, but they brought their A game today. I mean, Adamawa State University wouldn't feel hard on because they've lost to a better side. Almost all the big guys came to the party. Okpeyemi, Shehu, Momotosho, who got the second goal, and of course Salami Kehinde, who was a menace for the defense of the Adamawa State University. This is the kind of momentum they would need going into the knockout stage of the tournament. And you can see from the reaction of the fans, they are quite satisfied with the performance of the boys, and they are hoping that they go as far as possible in this competition.
Let's talk about Salami Kehinde, who got the first goal from a free kick. A lot of people said he is the man of the match, and playing from right back and being a menace to the defense of the position, in spite of him being a defender. How would you rate his game? Do you think he's well more matured that playing at collegiate sport? But if you're also going to select a man of the match, who would that be from this match?
Yeah, Kehinde Salami, of course, deserves a shout for the man of the match. But I mean, you have to, one player that stands out of the lot is Shehu. Yesterday against Kogi State University, he didn't finish the game due to injury, and immediately he was brought out. That midfield collapsed. Today it was a different ball game entirely. He dictated the pace. He created lots of chances for our attackers. Kehinde Salami must have got the first goal of the game. Must have been a thorn in the flesh of the Adamawa State University defenders, but Shehu was the orchestrator of everything good for them. So if I'm to pick a man of the match, I'll go for Shehu.
All right, thank you very much, Nii, for joining us on the side. Right about now, I'll be having the coach, assistant coach of the side, talking about Coach Oluo, who was all over the places, instructing the boys and passing information to them, just for them to stay, on top of their game. Coach, you were disappointed yesterday with the performance of the boys, but today, in spite of the confusion, the argument before the match, the boy started like a house on fire, and they managed the match, winning 2-0 and finishing second in their group.
Yeah, we thank God Almighty for his mercy, and we thank the Vice Chancellor for the support given to us. Yeah, the match yesterday it's a match that we shouldn't have lost at all, but that has gone. It's one match after the other. Now on to the next stage. We've won this match. We are on to quarterfinal now. We came second in our group. It doesn't mean we are out of the tournament, but what we have to do now is to go back home, prepare again, strategize. We don't know what the team will be playing, but we have to just replan ourselves, regroup the game, regroup the boys, and we'll play to win. Our aim is to play in final, and that's started given to us by the Vice Chancellor, that he wants our name written in good. But inshallah, we'll take that.
Let's talk about this match that just ended. The boys, from what I observed after the game yesterday, they were down, and you guys needed a psychologist to bring them back to life, because it wasn't as if the team outplayed them. It was as a result of their own mistake and error at the back that led to the goal. And you also retained the goalkeeper. What was the instruction? What was it like that the coaching crew discussed, making sure that the goalkeeper came back to the match and also feel much amongst the group?
Well, you can't. There's no way you could throw the child away with water. Yeah, Ibrahim made a blunder. As an experienced goalkeeper, he made a blunder, but that doesn't mean we'll take him out of the team. Taking him out of the team, bringing the side goalkeeper will put pressure on the side goalkeeper. So we need to impose confidence in Ibrahim and tell Ibrahim you can do it. And we need to tell them going out is not end of the game. Just take your chances and win. And thank God, in first half they won the game for themselves. And it's not only for themselves, for the entire Unilag. It's all the supporters. I'll give it to them, but we need to orientate them and tell them that you not encroach the field. But encroaching onto the field will count against us.
All right, let's talk about your finishing. It could have been more than this. Should have been 5 if the guy on 11 shirts, Prince, converted his chances. And a lot of people have complaining that the team keeps missing chances. Unlike the first 2 matches, we failed to score in the first half. But this time around, all of our goals came in the second half. What are you telling your strikers to do differently going into the quarterfinal?
You know, we are the host team, and these boys, based on what they were told that they have to play a final, there is pressure against them. The pressure of being host team. Yeah, missing chances. Yeah, it's a game of football. You create a lot of chances and you score just few. But today, Prince really missed. I wish Unilag if you can come to our training and see the way Prince uses his left foot to shoot. Prince has both legs equally power. But Prince, I think we still need the assistant of Professor Monofolu from last, who happened to be our alumni, who spoke to them today, who really took them on psychologically, telling them it's not the end of the war. And players have behavioral, what's it called, attitude and reaction as well. So anxiety is there. We have competition anxiety. I think competition anxiety is really affecting them. But the support the visit gave to, the moral support visit gave to them, same visit today, I think it will boost them in the next game.
All right, thank you very much, Coach Oluwo, for coming to us to speak to us about the players. And for me, it's been an absolute interesting one for the team. And 2-0 ended as far as the match between University of Lagos and Kogi State University is concerned. Both teams have qualified for the next round. Adamawa are out of the tournament. Now, I've got the captain of the female team, who have been blowing everybody apart. Their last match ended 7-0. That is about a hockey score, if you ask me. In fact, beyond tennis score. Hello, how you doing? What's your name?
Yeah, I'm good. My name is Ojolu Atufeinti.
All right, you are the captain of the female team. You guys have played 3 games. I suppose you have won all of your games.
2 wins, a draw.
And a draw. Okay, that's 7 points. That means that you have topped your group. How has it been so far? The challenges, as well as the girls coming together in spite of all the shortcomings. And how have you reacted? And how have you guys, been able to blow all teams away?
Yeah, so far it's been amazing for us. Though yesterday's match was disappointing because we had a draw via late minute penalty, and that almost crushed the morals of the players. Yeah. But coming into today's match, it was more like we're very hungry and all. So we had to trash them like 7-0. So it's been like an amazing journey so far, and we're going for gold. So for now, to greater heights for us. All
right, you are in the quarterfinals now. You have mentioned that you're going for goals. You also by the court field side when the boys were playing, and when you guys came onto the field, the ovation, the reception by the crowd was exceptional. How do you feel about the fans, supporting you, whether you're here or you're not here?
The support from the fans has been very amazing, and coming here for the semi-final. Now we have qualified for the quarterfinals. Now when we're coming for the semi-finals here, we know that they're going to give us a very, very warm reception as well.
So we hope to see you guys, come into the main bowl of the sports center to also give us, all of the dazzles, all of the excitement that you're giving to them. But in time, we're wishing you all the best, as you go on in the competition. Now, I've got the captain of the Marines. These guys have been, I've been giving a whole lot, and to whom much is given, much is expected. The goal is the final, according to the coach of the team and also the VC. You guys have sailed through. You played 2 games, lost 1, but you have been ever present in the defense of the team. How would you rate your side? And do you think that you guys are just starting the competition right about now?
Yeah, we've trained very well for it. We performed very well, and I expected more from my team. But this game was end like 4-0, 5-0. We missed our chances, but we thank God for the results. I'm happy with my team. We did a very good one.
Let's talk about you guys responding from yesterday's defeat. It was demoralizing. It will have, spelled doom for you guys. But how were you able to pick yourself up, being the captain of the side? What did you tell the boys? That, well, it was just a game, and you guys still have qualification right in your hand. What did you tell the boys yesterday?
Yesterday it was devastating. How short of words, because we actually did very well yesterday, but we were unlucky. So when I go going back to the camp, the boys were down. I had to psych them, motivate them, and tell them, we're going to win. It's our ground now. We can't let our fans down. We've trained years for it, and everybody in this team, I think, and I know that we picked the best squad in University of Lagos, from Unilag, from all faculties. So we played professional side and were tested. So we had to just do what we have to do best.
All right, let me put you on the spot. You guys are in the quarterfinal. Your opponent is yet to be known. But what is the ultimate goal for you and the boys?
For my team, we're winning it. We've waited for this for years. We're winning it. I'm confident. It's a promise to the Akokites. We're winning it on our turf. We'll start winning.
All right, you just heard the captain of the side saying that it is a promise as far as the gold medal is concerned. And Okoro, talking about the captain of the side, saying that he and his boys had to pick themselves, up after that demoralizing defeat they suffered in the hands of Kogi State University. Now the job is done in the group stages, and definitely the men have been separated from the boys. Unilag still remains among the boys and the men. Hopefully, we'll get to give you all of the fixtures for the quarterfinal of the football event. The girls are through to the quarterfinal, so also are the boys. And for me, I think that that is the least expectation expected from them. Right about now, I will be handing over back to the live stream of University of Lagos. I hope you guys have enjoyed everything you have served you from the football court. Hopefully, we'll be switching over to the indoor sports hall to give you more from combat sports, judo, karate, as well as taekwondo. The basketball team have played this morning. The girls won, while the boys lost to Nile University, but they still qualified to the next round of the competition. Excitement events are still going on from every centers. Talk about Extreme Malogu Stadium, talk about the stadium here at CMS, very close to University of Lagos, not forgetting Roe Park Stadium, where we're bringing to you all of the live actions as far as the 26th edition of Nuga Games is concerned. Don't forget, University of Lagos, we are still the host and we are streaming live on all platforms on YouTube. Well, it is done. I'm out, and definitely I will be going for a quick rest now, and we'll be back with more actions for you. We'll be switching over to the indoor sports hall for more actions as far as combat sport is concerned.
We got them records. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the. We got them records. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the. We got them records. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the. We got them records. I'm gonna raise up the bar. Oh mama, yeah, yeah. We are the champions. We are the. We got them records. I'm gonna raise up the bar.